If you're lucky enough to live in Woollahra or Double Bay or Bondi or any of those other lovely, wealthy eastern suburbs of Sydney, you might have been lucky enough to spot Allegra Spender driving around in her campaign bus, asking for your vote so you can help her tackle climate change. Her campaign bus is a 2020 Renault traffic van with a 2-litre diesel engine. Presumably, they didn't have any electric ones handy.
But Allegra Spender's commitment to reducing carbon emissions goes much deeper than just her 2-litre diesel Renault. Just to make sure you get the message that Allegra, and not Dave Sharma, is the climate change candidate, Allegra Spender has also splashed out on this amazing electronic billboard. And guess what? Allegra has plonked it on the back and sides of a great big truck.
As you can see, even when it is sitting still, the lights are on and the engine is running, presumably to generate power for the LCD screen. Well done, Allegra. That's how you show your commitment to a net zero emissions future for Wentworth. By running a 4.5-litre diesel 2019 Mitsubishi Fuso truck spewing out greenhouse gases all day long.
A point made by her rival, the Liberal Democrat candidate for Wentworth, Daniel Lukowitz, the only non-phony in Wentworth. That should be his slogan, Daniel Lukowitz, the only non-phony in Wentworth. As he points out on his Vote Luco Twitter account, nothing says cut emissions for a climate activist candidate quite like an illuminated LCD screen billboard on a big truck powered by diesel, idling for hours daily after being driven from Melbourne.
You see, here are the truck's rego details showing that this fossil fuel emitting beast was registered in May last year in Melbourne. And the people who own this truck don't just own one of them, they own a whole fleet.
That's right. In order to show her deep commitment to net zero emissions, Allegra Spender is spending up big indeed by having a truck driven all the way up from Melbourne. I wonder how much CO2 that emitted. Such commitment to the environment, Allegra.
But you know what they say, Rita? Spender by name, spender by nature. I bet that billboard truck costs a pretty penny. And from now until the election, if you're fortunate and rich enough to live in Bondi, Bronte, Double Bay, Dover Heights, or anywhere else in Wentworth, every time you see Allegra Spender's big truck, just ask yourself how many greenhouse gases she and all those other so-called independent climate change candidates are emitting today.
Allegra can afford it, of course, because she is sponsored and financed by Climate 200, the gazillionaire's climate change lobby group run by Simon Holmes à Court and his cronies, all of them heavily invested in promoting investment in the renewables industry. I mean, what's a few CO2 emissions between friends? Hypocrisy and humbug don't come any bigger or better financed than this mob.